Oh, good morning. Good. I hope you're having a week. Very back to aggressive survival and back to channel. Back, welcome subscribers. Back to current subscribers channel in our community. I'm here to enjoy this video. As usual, all the excuse me, as usual, all of the disclaimers description. Okay, so let's go quickly through what I did off camera. So off camera, got ourselves down to here. See, I brought in a miner that is done by Split C. I just pasted in the blue and creative for us to work on off camera, but I figure it would be a good idea just to be able to show you a bug. I think I might have discovered it's actually a reintroduction of a bug involving connectors and power. Keen Slaughterhouse had a bug at one point where they accidentally had done something with their connector logic and it broke batteries. It broke power. And the way to fix that bug until they actually introduced a bug fix was to actually take the connector off and build without the connectors. So I discovered it off camera, my off camera version of the world. And that's how I discovered it was on camera. I don't know if it's because the connectors are broken again. I don't know if they've reintroduced the bug, but kind of want to find out. But anyway, worst case scenario is I will replace it later. It doesn't seem to impact the rover, our little rover, so I did throw a uranium reactor on our rover so that we know we have power going forward. I threw some solar panels on top so that it could charge well. So that should be already happening. I extended the base out a little bit on this side. I figure we can maybe build some of our industry over here, some of what we're gonna need as an unknown signal comes down. I think though I want to we have plenty of power right now. I kind of want to increase bring that up a little more with the wind turbine power. I want to raise that a little bit higher and maybe slap a solar system over here on this side of the base. As you can see, I extended it. I left this underneath like this for now. Excuse me, because you never know, we might be able to do something like that later. But that is what I would like to aim and get our base working. Just go and grab this unknown signal. So yeah, so off camera, I'm building the same base, so I'll have a pretty good idea of what we need to do on camera. You know, there's only one difference topside so far. And that's okay. It is my off-camera world. I don't expect it to be exactly like, but it will be pretty close. Excuse me. Alright, let's do this. My voice sounds a little different today. It's just waking up. Been recording all day yesterday, getting the other videos recorded, so I took a nap and just waking up. This video recorded too. We had a snowstorm coming in yesterday, so I didn't want to chance it because I didn't want to chance doing all 3 videos just because we're forecasting some higher winds. Us involved in any of that. So that being said, off camera I did find Cobalt, but we haven't found it here in the world yet on camera, so we're going to act as though we don't know where it is. I have a pretty good idea where it is. All right, let's do this. Let's throw in there. Throw. Stuff away. Light. Button. Alright, so our first thing is going to be power situation to get these higher. Will not take. Okay. One, two, and the reason why we're moving these higher, we're adding height to our wind turbine tower, is just so that we can make sure that we've got plenty of clearance for wind going into our battery, going into our panel, our wind turbines. That will in turn bring out more power to the battery. And it will plenty of clearance. What do we do? I had to build some section of the base above ground, and though I don't necessarily see it doing that. Probably won't worry about that. Oh, it needs to. Okay. Really should build a welder ship. So anyway, I hope you're all doing well. Hope you're having a safe and wonderful week. Hope you are all safe. We all go through these storms that we've been getting here in the U.S. Hopefully safe and sound. I saw a report last night where the downtown where I used to work, high school, was flooded. It's a coastal community there, so I'm not really surprised. It's still a shocker to see flooding like that. Regardless, okay, there. Lights on. Okay. I also think I kind of want to put a moisture generator up. Now that we got the wind line, let's go. Yeah. If we have any. Computer. Production. Loader. Cube. Like 100 of those. You can add one to the. That'll give us our large steel tube. Need 2. Alright, so next we need to... Normally, they go ahead and just... The ice, to be honest. Probably going to be just easier for us. Okay. Okay, so now we've got ice coming in. We've got got everything we need really for the immediate future. Let's go ahead and if I these down, shall not too worried about that. Just looking for ways we can show that we see. All right. So excuse me. Go over and recharge myself real quick while I talk this out. Got it. Okay, so we are gonna need metal grid. Kinda means... Let's see if we found nickel. Or, yeah, nickel. We did find magnesium. Where there's magnesium, there should be nickel over here somewhere. Should be cobalt somewhere in there. Should be magnesium, cobalt over here somewhere. Trick is, the trick is finding it. Of course. Yeah, thorn in my side. Oh, I kind of wonder if I might have went in the wrong direction. Really? Ah, gotcha. Oh, that's one metal grid we need. So the thrusters do have on the unknown signals will give you one metal grid. So that's actually good. We need 4 for our cargo container, but we're gonna be building a miner anyway, so we're gonna need like 12 said and done. More than 12. I forgot the content. I'd be so foolish. But at least, you know, we're getting most of what we need. Most of our components getting from the unknown signals, so that's actually so a couple of quick announcements while I'm thinking about it. You're not used to me just going off the cuff. Probably get used to it. Because I will likely do it often. Theories. Yeah, so I had a suggestion about speed doing time lapses and stuff like that. Unfortunately, in Streamlabs OBS, you can't, or Streamlabs Desktop, I'm sorry, I keep forgetting they had to change the name to Streamlabs Desktop. So no copyright infringement intended there. Excuse me. The problem is that Streamlabs apparently has taken out the ability to pause a recording. And I don't know of another way right now to do that, to do time lapses. That looks. I don't know how of another way just yet to do the pausing of the recording so I can do time lapses and voiceovers and things like that. So I will be looking into that. I don't personally like the the time lapse, too much time lapsing. I think content creators tend to do that a little bit too much. And I don't, you know, I figure if I don't like it too much, I figure you guys are probably not going to either. That makes sense. And I try to do things in a way that, you know, if I don't like being forced to sit through a time lapse, why should I make you that kind of, but it is something I am looking at, something I want to learn how to do anyway, because there are times that, you know, maybe doing some of the welding off camera is not going to always work the way I'd like it to. And you know, it might be useful to be able to do some of that in a time lapse so you guys can see it. So I am looking into that. And that, and hopefully I will have a a way to do that soon. It might mean that I have to it might actually mean that I have to do it. I have to change my recording software. So it is something I am looking at, and I will let you know as I progress in my research with that. But yeah, we were looking for Cobalt. When the unknown came down. So anyway, I happened to see that Zockley is back. I don't know how he pronounces that. Zockley? I saw him back streaming the other day. Good to see him back. He always has good insight as to what is coming. I think that might be. Oh. Going. They ruined my trick on me. Suppose I could drive the rover over here. They did. So, to find your resources on the ground, depending on where you are and what biome you're in. If you're in a desert biome like this, you should see little white specks. Sometimes that can be misleading, unless I'm actually looking in the wrong place. If I remember correctly, I think it was... I like that. Let's see. Somewhere. Okay. Anyway. You should be able to see little white specks. Sometimes it can be misleading. I mean, the Mars-like planet, it's not hard at all. Here we go. See this little white right here? That's a signal of ore, and there's the cobalt. I knew it had to be over here somewhere. GPS this. Fix the name of it later. Dig ourselves down. Grab some cobalt and go home. So that's good. Made some success today after all. Able to make our metal grids. Look at that delicious cobalt. It'll take the refinery a little time to choose through it, but that's okay. You get cobalt. So I was right. due southwest of the. It's due southwest of the base of Cobalt. It's due southwest of the magnesium mine, so I was right. Had to find it. Hey, that means we'll be able to build our cargo container up, but that also means we're going to be able to thing. Keep forgetting that. All right, so we need to let the cobalt mine cobalt refine. So may as well. We could probably go back and grab more. Unknown signal coming down. Let's let that come down real quick. Now that I don't have to. Now that I don't have to worry about where the cobalt is. So we basically know where iron is, we know where nickel is, we know where magnesium is, and we know where cobalt is. We know where silicon is, but as long as we're mining stone, we're going to be okay. Have the ability to take care of ice. So all our basic needs are set. So I would say yes, we can technically survive. That one. So if somebody does run into that little bug, with the batteries and the connectors, power just rapidly depleting on you, even though you got like 3 hours of power, which I had in my miner in my off-camera world. I had like 3 hours of power in the ship, and I was mining happily, drilling out my base there, and very happily running my own business, bothering anything. And next thing I know, I blew up a good 4 or 5 blocks on the base because the miner just had an immediate power drain and dropped out of the air. And that was what happened with the bug before, when Queen Sauter House accidentally back in 2020, and then they introduced it one other time, back in back in the, I think it was in 2015 or 2018. And so yeah, there is that. But like I said, it just like literally dropped out of thin air. So out of nowhere, I had 3 hours left in the ship. I had a reactor on it full of uranium, so I know it had power. It just literally dropped out of the air as though it had no power when it really did. Let's move everything over to the cargo container. So if you happen upon that, now you know why. Now you know what causing it. It is likely a bug with the connector. And so far in my testing, I have discovered that if you if you build a new ship and you don't put a connector on it, it seems to be fine. Like the rover has no connector, so the battery is working just fine, as you can see. I don't think it is a mod though, because I've talked to a few friends of mine who play Space Engineers. They don't do any videos for you like that, but they play Space Engineers, and they've run into it in their worlds too. And one of them plays with no mods. One of my friends does not like mods at all. So why, I don't know, but they don't, and it's okay. So and they ran into the same problems. So that's why I suspect Salterhouse has reintroduced that bug, and they may not even know that they have. And maybe they do, I don't know. I suspect they don't, but so if you run into that bug, just be sure to. Keen is usually pretty good about sure that you can report stuff to them. So I'll go ahead and report it to them, obviously, if you see a bug. Can do that via the spaceengineers.com website. Ask me. I'd have to look for the domain name, honestly. Some more of this over. Now that we got our cargo container, Now you're starting to see why I... This is... So yeah, always report a bug if you find it. I will be looking later today, see if somebody else found the bug and reported it, because it might actually be that it's been reported already back. But my testing so far off camera seems to be that it is there. Or I should say appears that it's back. I still have a little more testing to see if it's there, if I'm right. It doesn't really take a rocket scientist to figure out that they've reintroduced that bug, to be honest. But part of software development is, to be fair, testing, reduce the bug and all that good stuff. In this case, though, I am I'm pretty confident that I'm pretty confident in saying they've reintroduced the bug by accident. Alright, so anyway, there's that rant. So I will let you know what my testing results of that will be. I can testing it. I will test it off camera. If I am confident enough that it is that, let you guys know. I will try to produce it on camera. Ow. Bugger. Yeah. In my drill, gosh darn it. Oh, it is. How did I get 4?
Energy low.
Upside and charge quickly. That ramp. Hell yeah. Not easy. Now, one other thing about the bug while I'm thinking about it. I built a miner. It was fresh, no mods, nothing, and it did the same thing. So it wasn't a blueprint from Splitsy or anybody else. I built it vanilla, and it did it. So, and it happened. So I know it's not a mod thing. I know it's not one of the mods doing it. I mean, it could be, but I doubt it. So keep that in mind. So what I would do if you run into that problem, just remove your, just build the ship without the connection for now. Because eventually somebody's going to report that to Keen if they haven't already. And that's going to get fixed. So, don't really like need to panic. It's just build it without the connector. Okay. Because eventually fix that. And it wasn't doing it before this last update that they did, so that they rolled out, so I'm pretty sure it has something to do with the update. And as a software developer, I can actually these things happen. Bugs accidentally get read all the time. Software. So it's not, something to panic about. It's not a red alert type. Get the Star Trek. There we go. Our way down. Can you imagine having to do all this by hand in the real world? You know, just think about it. Say we humans beings, we find a way to go to Mars. We had to set up a whole base. Now, you know, there's gonna probably be drilling involved with that. Imagine the work that would go into that. And oh man, that take. Don't get me wrong, I probably would like it, to be honest with you. Probably wouldn't. You know, say it's us on another planet. Or are we supposed to be on another planet? I don't know that answer anymore. Anybody else does. Good chance to go up and arch. We are gonna need a lot of steel plate, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna need a lot of it. So, like I said, off camera, I will continue continue mining, building up the resource, building up our underground way entrance to the base. Yeah, I forgot I had space credit. Space bucks. I will definitely continue this work down here as we continue our the ancients. Greeks, Paris. I actually believe that there were their version of heaven, Elysium, that their heroes like Leonidas, Martin, Sleep, and with and others, Berkeley. Essentially, all the heroes in ancient Greece, they believed, and their leaders, for the most part, they believe that up in the Elysium fields, and that to them was their version of what we call heaven today. Catholic Church believed. Ancient civilizations had different names for it. That's why. Wonder why not there. But, you know, there were all a history buff, I suppose. Pretty well in ancient history, and one of my favorite subjects. I think it's because I knew, because you can, It's because you can learn a lot from history, and firmly believe. And you should, because in reality, we can learn history. It can be very instructive about the mistakes that we did make. Again, there is actually a saying that says that history has a habit of repeating itself. Charge. Like it's pressing F, wondering why my batteries aren't reaching. It's my hydrogen generate H2O2 generator. Right. Yes. Oh, I see what I. this up real. He's in first. Yep. LD. Now, the beauty is this. Oh, where the Now, I could bring the drill and fill, the nanobot drill and fill system in and do this out. I might end up doing. All right. Was that? Oh, yeah. All right. Very easy to get my... Ow. Recharge real quick. Now, I did say I wanted to add a solar tower. One. Rotor. Hinge. Lock this hinge before I forget. No. Go grab this unknown. So anyway, I'm not going to be using Izzy scripts to automate the solar panels. I'll show you how to do that. It's not actually as hard as I thought it was originally. Actually really easy to do. And yeah, that's right. Yeah. We've got iron here. A marked iron, right? Grab some more right here. Oh yeah, you can see a little bit of red. Huh. That's cool. Must be the setting sun. Don't think I've seen that before in the game. That's pretty cool. Grab some iron up real quick. So anyway, as I was saying, you don't need to use Izzy script anymore for automation to your solar panel. That is now done by Barrett controller. Don't need to waste our time with Izzy script. Not that his scripts were bad. Izzy makes a lot of good scripts that you can use in the game. All you gotta do is look Izzy up, ISY, on um, Space Engineers Workshop on Steam. It does make stuff, so many thanks, and I do appreciate all of the authors, all of them, because without them, we not have the extendability that we do. So I greatly appreciate all of our mod authors in the Space Engine for all the hard work that they do. Enjoyment that they bring us. All right. So let's so with this new automated means of doing it that Dean Salterhouse has provided, you need a rotor, a hinge, camera, and your solar. So let me just rename the solar the hinge and the rotor so that they'll say. Now, basically what we want to do, camera, is we want to do this. So make sure on your camera, make sure that little white dot there is facing just like that. Like that. Guys, see the camera here. Right now, for me, it is a green dot. That means it's powered. But you see that little metal half bar, or half circle bar at the top? That needs to be at the top. That little green dot needs to be on the bottom left-hand corner of your camera. When you first build it, it will be white. So you know. Needs large steel tube. Steel plate and large steel. Okay. Now, before I forget, because I will, come over here real quick. I'll name this camera Solar. You'll remember it. Now, for now, I am going to large steel. Oh, that's right. A large steel tube. All right, so I just need construction component and metal grid for that. I said metal grid, I think. All right, I need to. Okay. There. Now we got everything we need there. So now we can actually put the solar panels in place. It'll take some time to weld them up, but we. Just refill my bottle. Alright, so let's go and put those up real quick. Now that we have that, so we want to do 1, 2. Alright, so I put 2 to make actually I'm gonna put we're gonna say 3 on either side. Now count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. 4, 5, 6. Now, these right here are the old panels, that the ones you started the game, that Space Engineer started with. I'm gonna use the new ones, which look really nice. All right. Now, thing to know about these is the solar panels is they take up 2 blocks, right? So I'm gonna say we're gonna start here. Here. That. Remember our 3 block distance rule, and that's for the rotor, so that we know that everything can rotate correctly without flipping the solar panels or the power. Trust me, that would not be good. Talk about clang. There we go. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and just weld these up. Blocks. Put the steel plate in. Each panel requires 4 steel plate. Tuck them in now. Thing for us to bring up here. Okay. Look. Power. Now eventually I might actually decorate this tower to make it look better, a little nicer. So that's another reason why I wanted to make sure that we had that 3 block separation side. Up. Okay. Okay, well, we are out. Grab this unknown. Seems they're right here. Thank goodness. Smooth voxel.
Energy low.
Yeah. Energy. We're less than a click away from the. I didn't think so. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen. I think what we will do is we will call it here for this episode. I will finish welding them, and I will weld these solar panels up off camera, and then I will show you in the next episode how, get everything automated, get them automated. And I will also get some more resources off camera as well. That being said, ladies and gentlemen, I do hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, please hit the like and subscribe button, hit the follow button if following the live streams on Twitch. Be sure to toggle the bell notification icons as well to let yourself know when the next video or live stream happens. And be sure to share the link to the channel with your family, your friends, your colleagues, your coworkers, your cat, your pet puppy dog, your pet turtle, your pet frog, pet salamander, your pet bunny rabbit. I could keep on and on. Whoever it may be, feel free to share the link to the channel with them. It does help grow the channel, and it will help grow the community as well, and you can be a part of helping to grow our wonderful community. That being said, ladies and gentlemen, I will see you next episode. Have a safe and happy weekend, and I will see you in the next episode of A Progressive Survival and Space Engineer here on the New Galaxy Gamers channel. Happy gaming.